We're standing in the usual place, because it's the usual place. It's too hot, like it is most of the time. If it's not too hot, it's too cold. I blame the fur. When it's hot, the fur makes me hotter, and when it's cold, it doesn't. You think there gotta be a way around it, but there ain't. I said to this guy once, one of my regulars, after we'd finished, he was getting his affairs in order, like they say. "It's simple," he says. "Is it?" I say. "Sure," he says. "Get a bit of fur for when it's cold, and don't wear the one when it's hot." "You're crazy," I say. "How am I crazy?" he says. "This fur is my uniform," I say. "If I don't wear it, then nobody's going to recognize me and wouldn't get any business." "I'd recognize you," he says. "You wouldn't," I say. "I would," he says. So I try it. The next Thursday, 'cause he's one of my Thursday guys, son of a bitch walks straight past me. Goes to Jenny instead, and she gets the money I'd have gotten if I'd have worn the damn fur. No food for me that night. I could only afford enough for the little ones and her brother. Assholes didn't even ask why I wasn't eating anything. Thursday after that, he comes up to me. "Where were you last week?" he says. "I was right here," I say. "I didn't see you," he says. "You didn't see the fur," I say. "Oh," he says. "Yeah," I say. Barb is halfway through a cigarette. She licks her fingers, then pinches the ouchie end to put it out like she always does. That gotta hurt, I think. But she doesn't seem to notice. She puts the cigarette in her purse where she can get to it when she needs it later. One thing I'll say about Barb, she knows how to get value for money. Just don't let her borrow your purse if she leaves hers at home. "Cheryl," she says. "She's my best friend. Really, she's my only friend, and not a great friend, to be honest, but you gotta take what you can get, am I right?" "Cheryl," she says, "on account of her mother was drinking meth when she got pregnant or such. No one ever called me Cheryl except Barb. Not the pastor when he was splashing water over me the last time I was in church, not my parents, wherever they are, not nobody. I've told her my real name 1,000,000 times, but every time she starts talking to me, it's always Cheryl. "Cheryl," she says, "we gotta raise our game." "What do you mean?" I say. "I mean find richer clientele," she says. "Then we can make better money." "You're crazy," I say. "How am I crazy?" she says. "It's too late for that," I say. There's a girl round here calls herself Taylor, works a block away from our usual place. She says she's 18 and has documents to prove it. I know the guy that made those documents because he did the same for me a long time ago, and I can tell his work from the other side of the street. Most folks would think they were genuine, but I know they're not. Taylor is 18 like I'm Tom Cruise. She won't be 18 next birthday or the one after, and she's been working 2 years minimum, maybe 3. Barb and I can't compete with that. We're 10 years older than she says she is, or that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And the rich guys won't come near us. She makes more in half an hour than the two of us put together make in a day. The kids and I live in a shitty rented apartment with rats coming to die, but I can't afford anything better. Taylor is talking about buying a house. She's rich already, and she'll be richer when she starts making adult films, which she will when she can show a real birth certificate to the producers without them calling the cops. Speaking of cops, they're here, driving by slowly. I know them, and so does Barb. We've had conversations, if you know what I mean, but I guess they don't want to talk today. Maybe they're planning to catch some criminals and not hang around making life harder than it needs to be for honest folk. About time. They're not bad guys, really, or the older one isn't. The young one got a bonus payment last year for some reason and spent it on Taylor. If that would have gone out, he'd gone to jail till the sun explodes. The older one acts tough, but he's a gentleman underneath his harsh exterior, like they say. He never asked me for a discount, and I appreciate that. Barb is still talking about money. "We have to climb higher up the goddamn tree," she says. "We're as high up the goddamn tree as we're ever going to be," I say. "Am I right?" "No," she says. "You're crazy." "Don't call me crazy," I say. "Look," she says. She points at a caddy or such coming down the street the same way the cops did. It's the size of the Ritz-Carlton. Its wheels are bigger than my dining table. I have mirrors that don't reflect as well as this chrome work. Son of a bitch driving it looks like he could buy California. "Watch," she says. She does a little shimmy. The one that brings failing businessmen running like hungry puppies. Dude in the caddy takes one look at her and it's like a neon sign lit up above his head saying, "Nope." He doesn't even slow down. Barb is crestfallen, like they say. "You're crazy," I say. You could be right, she says. The little one could do it. She'd be a beauty when she's grown up, like her mother used to be. By the time she's ready, Taylor will be running a Fortune 500 company and telling Trump to polish her shoes again because he didn't do it right the first time. So she won't be any competition on these streets. The little one could get all the catty guys she wanted and have them transfer more money into her account than I ever heard of. I don't want it to happen. I don't want her to live in this goddamn life, wondering if her body and her soul will break first. I want her to get a decent job, like a lawyer or an accountant or such. I want her to find a nice guy, or a nice girl, hell, I don't care which, just someone who'll look after her and keep her safe. Not like the son of a bitch of a father, or a brother's son of a bitch of a father, who might be the same person, I don't remember now. Just someone who loves her. It doesn't matter who they are, just as long as they love her. I'd like for that to happen to me too, but it won't. No one's going to want me. Not now. Not after everything that's happened. Ain't no love for this little kitty cat. But you gotta have hope. Am I right? Yeah. You gotta have hope.
I don't know. We're playing babysitter, so maybe we'll do something.
Yeah, no offense, but you're not worth